What if I told you that one of the so-called greatest heroes in One Piece might actually be one of the series' biggest frauds? That the legend the world government has protected for decades is built on a lie so massive, it could rewrite everything fans thought they knew about the God Valley incident. Today, we're uncovering the truth behind a figure whose reputation eclipses his actual achievements. And the truth is far darker, far bloodier, and far more disturbing than anyone imagined. In this video, we're diving into one of the most explosive controversies in One Piece history, the rise of a man whose fame wasn't earned through heroism, power, or honor, but through manipulation and a carefully crafted illusion. While the world praises him as a champion, the real story reveals weakness, cowardice, and a trail of victims left behind to keep his title shining. As we dig into Oda's latest revelations, we'll explore how this character's legacy was manufactured, why the truth was buried, and how his connection to the Final Saga could ignite one of the most dangerous confrontations yet. Buckle up. This is the side of One Piece the world government never wanted you to see. Figarland Garling was never the real champion of God Valley. Despite the grand title he carries, Garling contributed very little during the God Valley conflict. In truth, he was swiftly overwhelmed by Xebec, and his so-called champion status seems to have been awarded more for his reputation than for any real accomplishment. Loki's flashback reveals a much darker side to Garling's past. He was responsible for the near-fatal injury of Shanks and Shamrock's mother, and rather than showing any sense of honor, he actively hunted down unarmed civilians. His brutality stemmed from his obsession with winning the Twisted Tournament and claiming Shaki as a prize, a motive rooted in cruelty rather than valor. Garling's only notable encounter during the event was his clash with Davy D. Xebec. Fans expected a fierce duel, but the battle ended almost immediately with Xebec completely overpowering him. The defeat was so one-sided that it exposed Garling as someone unworthy of the hype surrounding him. After suffering this early loss, Garling vanished from the battlefield. He only resurfaced after Roger and Garp had already taken Xebec down. Accompanied by Maffy and Summers, he delivered the final strike to a pirate who was already finished. The incident concluded shortly after, leaving the world government embarrassed by how poorly things had gone. To preserve their image, the government erased nearly every trace of God Valley. They rewrote the narrative, giving Garp full credit for halting Xebec's monstrous transformation. Meanwhile, Garling received the title of Champion, a reward that had little to do with actual merit. Garling's role as a Final Saga antagonist. Garling's sudden ascension to the ranks of the Gorosei, granted personally by Imu, signals how deeply they rely on him. This all but guarantees that he'll be a major adversary as the Final Saga unfolds. He hasn't appeared in the Elbaf storyline yet, suggesting his involvement is being reserved for a future arc, possibly even the grand finale. Given that he delivered the killing blow to Xebec, a confrontation with Blackbeard seems inevitable. Blackbeard's connection to his father remains shrouded in mystery, but his actions show a pattern of targeting those who wronged the Rock's pirates. He already eliminated Ochoku and seized Hachinosu, one of Xebec's former territories. This strongly implies that Blackbeard has pieced together much of his lineage's history. Oda has also made it clear that Blackbeard is a meticulous researcher, so it's likely he knows more about Xebec than anyone else alive. Blackbeard probably also understands Xebec's grand ambition. When Saturn questioned the Blackbeard pirates, Van Auger's response, "We want the world," seemed figurative at first. But Loki's flashback revealed Xebec calling Imu the world, reframing everything. This suggests Blackbeard aims to overthrow Imu and claim the world for himself. Of course, Blackbeard isn't reckless. He carefully calculates every move he makes. He won't strike until he's confident the reward outweighs the risk. With each chapter revealing more pieces of the past, Oda is inching closer to exposing the true depths of Blackbeard's plan. If this is the kind of truth the Final Saga is hiding, just imagine what else Oda has waiting for us. The lies, the cover-ups, the manipulated legends, they're all starting to crumble, and this character's story is only the beginning. As the true monsters of the world step into the spotlight and long-buried secrets claw their way back to the surface, the path to the final war is clearer than ever. So if you enjoyed peeling back this layer of One Piece's darkest history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the next reveal might just shake the entire One Piece world.
Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Review YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our review analysis. Don't forget to subscribe and continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, question or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts on the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again, see you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments, the group is in a winter scene, and the next, they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Ghoul D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show, because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Ghoul D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.